Hi, friends. Today is the second time. This is second class of Chinese. Okay, today we're gonna start with the 谢谢, 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 thank you. Okay, so it's very popular expression. Thank you in Korean, 감사합니다. In Japanese, arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah, English is thank you. Korean, the Chinese is 谢谢. The answer could be, several options, but I want to teach you the easy one. This is 不用谢. Bu is no, and yong is use. Sure. Xie is thank you. So you don't need to say thank you, something like if you literally translate. But in English, you are welcome. So 不用谢, 谢谢, 不用谢. Okay. And next one is 再见. When you leave, your meeting, or even just a short meeting, when you just set apart with your friends or anybody, you can say 再见. The literal meaning is again, see you. So see you again. So, in one thing that I found interesting in Chinese language, all other, maybe pretty much other languages, when you leave from meeting, you say just bye. In Korean, 안녕히 가세요. Japanese, sayonara. There's no kind of expectation of a meeting again. But Chinese is very interesting. 再见. This is basically a bye, goodbye. But they didn't say goodbye. It's kind of a minor. Goodbye could be you don't need to meet anymore. But Chinese people, they always, in their language, expecting see you again. Maybe that's why in China, most important thing in their society or in their life is we call 关系. 关系is relationship. In China, usually they say relationship is everything. 关系, everything, not only just people's relationship, business and everything. If you have a 关系, if you have a relationship, you're gonna be really okay. But if you don't have a relationship, your life will be, facing a lot of difficulties. So that's why I think because of that kind of background, since 关系, the relationship is so important, their greeting is like this when they leave, not just they expect this is the last. I hope to see you again. So they two things together, goodbye and see you again. They make this wonderful greeting, see you again, 再见. And maybe that's why nowadays, especially in the business world, the customer leave, they all say 再见, is come back. Basically, that's why their business is growing. Except when you say bye is that's it. But that's my understanding, my interpretation through the language, see their culture. Okay, one more time. 再见. See you again. Okay. And next one is very common expression. What's your name? We ask them many times when you meet people. The Chinese is 你叫什么名字? 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 A little bit hard, but basically 你 is you, 叫 is be called, And 什么 is very popular word, is a what in Chinese. 名字 is name. So basically, what's your name? 你叫什么名字? The answer could be 我是 Daniel. 我是 Daniel. 我是 Daniel. Since my name is Daniel, 我是 is 我 is I, 是 is am, so I am Daniel. Look at that. The grammar is exactly the same. Subject, verb, and object. I am, not object, but yeah, 我是 Daniel. I am Daniel. But the pronunciation, this one is very hard. You need to practice. The second word, 我是, I am, is something that you need to practice many, many times. I might practice maybe more than 1,000 times this word, sure, because it is not in Korean, it is not in English, it is not in Japanese either. So I have to learn, practice. Yeah, you need to language, I think, is not we study using head and hand. Instead of a language, if you want to be a fluent quickly, you need to use mouth and ears. You need to have a good ears how I pronounce. You need to hear how a teacher pronounce or native speaker pronounce. You need to use your ear, and also you need to use your mouth so that your mouth easily can pronounce, not through your brain, not through your handwriting, not through your memory. Language can learn through your mouth and your ear. So sure, this one I highly recommend, maybe 10 times a day, or even 30 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and after meals. You can say sure, 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 like that. So 我是 Daniel. You could say 我是 Esther. 我是 Robert. You can use your English name after sure. So 我是 Daniel. I'm Daniel. 你住哪儿？你住哪儿？你住哪儿？nar is very important word in Chinese. This is basically where. Nar. One thing different between English and Chinese is, the still there, the WH question just stay in a, objective, the position. So they don't change. The English change where when the WH comes, the WH question, the word is first and then the passion. But Chinese, it might be easy or it might be hard, but just they stay the same place. So 你住哪儿? 你住哪儿 means 你 is you, 住 is live, 哪儿 is where. So basically, where do you live? English is where do you live. The Chinese, if you literally translate, you live where? Yeah. 你住哪儿? 哪儿? This one also you need to practice. It's a 哪儿? 哪儿? R. This R is from Beijing. People, they're using a lot of R. So 你住哪儿? But this is also very popular. Many Chinese people, they're using ER sounds. So 你住哪儿? 你住哪儿? Okay. 洛杉矶. Los Angeles. Los Angeles. This is the name for Los Angeles in Chinese. Los Angeles. You can put your area like Chicago, Boston. 你在哪儿? 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 Where are you? Where are you? 你 is you, 在 is are, be, or not is where. So where are you? 你在. Once again, the word is not at the beginning. The Chinese word is where is where it has to be. So 你住哪儿? 哪儿 is where. So you are where, if I literally translate. 你住哪儿? 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 在家,在家,在家,在家. 在 is at, or you can use it. It can be at, or it can be be verb as a verb. So 在家,家 is a home. If you know, if you are Japanese or Korean, you see the 家 is a home. It's basically a house. So at house, but at home in English, 在家,在家,在家,在家,在家. Since I'm not a native speaker, I'm Korean American, so my pronunciation or my the tone might not be perfect, but it's almost it's good enough to communicate. When I talk to the Chinese, they say no problem at all. So yeah, okay, 在家,在家,在家. So once again, Chinese, the tone, 声调 is very hard. So listen carefully for when I say, and then just copy. 在家. It's not 在家. It's not 在家. You need to listen carefully how I pronounce. There's the tone behind this, my reading. So you need to listen carefully. 在家,在家. Okay. 干什么?干什么?干什么? This means 干 is do and 什么 is what. So what do you do? What are you doing? So 干什么? This is not bad word. Some people ask me, is it 干什么? Is it bad word? No, it's 干 is very popular. Daily using very it's good word. It's the normal word. It's not bad, not slang. It could be slang, but it's usually is people say 干什么? What do you do? What are you doing? 干什么? 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 吃饭,吃饭. This is also hard pronunciation. 吃饭,吃饭,吃饭. 吃 is eat. 饭 is meal. So I'm eating meal. I'm eating food basically. So English is I'm eating. 吃饭,吃饭,吃,吃,吃,饭,饭,饭,吃饭,吃饭,吃饭. And here I'm gonna introduce really great, application that you need to download to, improve your Chinese, because I do not put the pronunciation under the Chinese character. But if you download this app called the Pleco, 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 this is, the wonderful app. Almost every foreigner who studies Chinese, they're using this app. You can write it. This is basically English and Chinese based. So you write down English, for example, this one, I'm eating, and they just right away they show you 吃饭, and they have button to pronounce from native Chinese speaker, so you can check, the better pronunciation than me. I hope you download this and use it. It helps you improve your Chinese in a very solid and very good. There's also many good example sentence, and also they have a reading. So you can just click the reading button, and they're gonna read the native speak read for you. Okay, so please just download this free app, Pleco, and use it for your learning Chinese. Okay, let's review today the lesson. We're gonna start from 谢谢, 谢谢. 谢谢，不用谢，不用谢，不用谢，再见，再见，再见。你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字？我是达尼尔，我是 Daniel，我是 Daniel。你住哪儿？你住哪儿？You can see 哪儿 is like the third, just like the check, the mark. It go down and go up. 哪儿？哪儿？ So 你住哪儿？你住哪儿？洛杉矶，洛杉矶，洛杉矶。You can say Chicago. You can say Tokyo. You can say Busan. So 你在哪儿？你在哪儿？Before is a to is a live, 在 is a are. So 你在哪儿？Where do you live is 你住哪儿？Just one word difference. 住 and 在 is are, 住 is live. 你住哪儿？你住哪儿？不是。This is 你在哪儿？你在哪儿？你在哪儿？ If you know Chinese character, if you are Korean or Japanese, they're using a simplified Chinese, but Zai and Zai is still the same. It's traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese is all the same. So you can recognize 在家，在家，在家，在家。干什么？干什么？干什么？吃饭，吃饭，吃饭。Okay, thank you. See you next time. 再见。